talk of the empty mind. Confession stuck in your mouth like a demon's breath.
Nocturnally helpless, weak in the light, depending on a prayer, pacing deserted roads to find a seed of hope. They are the trees, rotten hope inside, never will. Roots are sunken, even from my source. Tired bounds, reaching for the light.
Hey everyone, good Saturday to all of you. Oh, so I'm kind of surprised I'm here right now, to be perfectly honest with you. If you're curious, I probably won't be speaking very loudly throughout the stream. I also won't be try to avoid speaking as much as usual, which is going to be a little hard given what we need to do today, or what I plan to do today. But we're going to get through. This is going to be a really, really short stream. So I would at anybody who you know probably wants to be here. I need to at Evil Toad. He was curious if I was streaming today or not. So I need to get him in here. This is Reverie / Harlequin Forest, Opeth. So you probably already know that. Off of Ghost Reveries. Will Ghost Reveries make it to the my all-time favorites list? Hey, thanks Alex, I appreciate that. That was a long video. It was, and trying to remember 19 albums. Trying to remember 19 albums is a difficult thing to do, so I hope the Rush video doesn't offend anybody. That's the Rank 'Em All finale. It's coming tonight. That's what's coming tonight. The Rank 'Em All finale is Rank 'Em All Rush. That video I feel is a little, it's my best, my not best, I don't know. But it's there. It's there, man. My top favorite bands of all time. Nothing I would say here would be anything official, but stuff like Opeth, Porcupine Tree, Alice in Chains, Model in the Well, Agalloch. There's a good little start for you. There's a good top 5 for you. As for the bottom 5, I mean, that rotates. I'm going to do a Jerks of 2019 video. It's not going to be from 2019. It's going to be all-time. It's going to be an all-time list. That's what I want to get into. I want to get into the fact that we are to the last week. We are in the final week of the farewell tour. As of, I believe the date is going to be Thursday, we will have our final video. I hope I'm not sick. I hope I'm not either, but I'm pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I am. With the way that I feel, there is a, yeah. Last night I noticed that my throat was getting a little bit raw, and Faith actually has strep throat, so that's not good. So that's what I thought maybe what this was. Maybe I was getting the beginnings of it. I don't know, I just feel really worn down today, and my throat and my chest still are like on fire, and I have a little bit of congestion, so I hope it's not the flu. I don't think I've been out nearly enough around sick people to like consciously have the flu. Rank 'Em All is done after tonight's video. That series is done. So let me give you. What about the guy from Lorna Shore? I did hear about that. What a dick. What a jackass. If there would have been a 2019 list, he'd have been on it. He's not going to make the all-time list because that video was shot before that news came out. So I'm sure that's going to be a point of contention among a lot of people. Oh my God, you forgot Bear from Lorna Shore. Ever sure had to be to do. So, here's what the schedule for the final week looks like. And this includes this evening. This evening, we will have the last of our videos that that are not, best of the year or best of the decade. Is the grand finale of Rank 'Em All. And it is going to be Rank 'Em All Rush. So that is another 19 album Rank 'Em All. That was not easy. And I know it's not going to make I know it's not going to necessarily make any friends, but I don't care. If people want to take opinions the wrong way, then let them. It's one thing I will not miss, because I won't be that far away from it, because I still do have a Facebook account, and people are still doing that. Tomorrow, Sunday, which is the 29th of December, will be the long-awaited 2019 Album of the Year video, which has already gotten some interesting comments, considering it's set to premiere tomorrow morning, I think at around 11 or 11:30. I forget the exact time. Folks already coming across saying, oh, I'm not going to watch this because it's just going to be a bunch of third-rate prog bands. I don't watch it. I don't care. Watch or don't watch, I don't give a fuck. You know, why are these people even still here if they don't, if that's whatever. Oh, it's 10 o'clock? Whatever. Whatever time it was. But that's coming tomorrow. Goober Squad with Buck99 saying CKN for president. I'm eligible as of this year. I'm 35. Someone tossed me on the ballot for 2020. Anyway, yeah, that's 10 my time, so that's 10 Eastern time. So adjust your clocks. It probably just shows it in your time code thing, your timeline, your time zone. That's the word. It probably just puts that correctly for you anyhow. So, yo. Oh. That's the only video that there's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the first day in probably a week where we don't have two videos on the same day. That will not be the last, though. On Monday, which is the 30th of December, we will have two videos. We will have the top 10 worst albums of the decade, because we're not going to have a worst albums of 2019. I didn't have enough. And we'll also have the top 10 biggest rock/metal jerks of all time. A video that has already been demonetized. So, you can get your pool. Go nuts. Share that to the high heavens. It starts off pretty slow, but by the end I am screaming my head off. By the end of it I am screaming my head off. So that's both on Monday. That's both Monday the 30th. On New Year's Eve, we will have two videos. We will have two videos on New Year's Eve. And that will be the top 11, because one year there was a tie. It's going to be for album of the decade. We're going to see which of the number one albums from this decade takes home the album of the decade award. So it's going to be the number one album of the years ranked in a top 11 format, since there were 11 of them in total with the tie. And then we're going to have the top 25 albums of the decade that did not get a number one ranking. I decided instead of, and plus we also did this through the bid war that was back in September and October, that it was best to see how the number one albums stacked upon themselves, and to see what the best albums were that didn't get the rating. So those two videos are coming New Year's Eve. I'm going to try to make those not very far apart, and I'm going to post. I think I'm going to post the top 25 second as opposed to first. So I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. Both videos should be viewed, principally because the number one album, and really a couple of the albums on the top 25 list, if I was doing the two of them combined, would have probably reached or breached the top 10. There are some albums that did not get a number one ranking that probably would rank higher in a decade. Rachel Sonata with a $5 says, have a 5. And I say, have a thank you. I appreciate that very much. I need to add that $6.99 to our total. We don't have many more opportunities to add to this total. In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and state that there aren't a lot of streams left whenever it comes to the farewell tour. I hoped to have a stream for you Monday. However, I have a meeting that I have to go to at 6 o'clock, which is right in the middle of stream time. I'd probably have to leave more like 5:30 in order to get there, of course. So streaming on Monday would be quite an interesting thing if I was able to pull it off. I'd have to start a little bit earlier, or just have it be a shorter stream or whatever. There might be a stream tomorrow if I feel human enough, because of course, as some of you knew and remembered from last Saturday's stream, I wasn't sure when the next stream was going to be, because I was supposed to be in Ohio. Well, as things have turned out, I am not in Ohio, but Ohio is instead coming to me. So if we are able to get together tomorrow like we are hoping, then we would probably pop on board because Ohio would like to be part of the stream, and I would love to do that. And you know what I mean by Ohio. You know who I mean by Ohio. Oh, excuse me. Mark, best of luck with that. That's going to take some time. But you'll get introduced to a whole heck of a lot of music that way that you may not have listened to beforehand. But then after that, the next stream would probably be, and we're going to get to it. We're going to get to when the next stream would probably be after that, because New Year's Eve, I am predisposed. New Year's Day, I don't know how many people would want to come to a stream on New Year's Day. Might be something I opt to try. Hi, Pen Pencil. Might be something I opt to try if I feel, good enough to do it. But on New Year's Day, we are going to have a video. We're going to have the last normal video in the channel's history. And that is CKN's top 50 albums of all time. So if you guys remember the top 25 list from back in 2012 or 2013, whatever year that was, the rules are going to be very similar. So an album will need 5 years worth of eligibility in order to be able to be on that list. So you're not going to see any albums from 2015 to 2019. 2014 is going to be the last year an album is eligible. And there's a lot of big hitters on that list for 2014. So you may I believe there is at least one that has broken onto the list. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm also curious as to what I'm doing on New Year's. So I don't know if that's even like feasible, but if it is and I'm feeling up to it, I will probably try to do it. But if it doesn't happen on New Year's Day, which is what, Wednesday? I can't even tell anymore. Yeah, New Year's Day is Wednesday. The next day, which is January the 2nd, will be the last video ever posted to the channel. And that is a farewell message to everybody. Now, you guys all will know about this in advance. You know it's coming because I just told you. 37 of you are in the know, so you know to expect it. It's not a long video. I want to say it's about 7 minutes. It looks a lot more sad than it actually was to record. It's actually, I think, a second or third take. Just a message for everybody. Just a message for everybody. And that will be it. That will be the final video for the channel. We will have a stream, which this was not announced in the, and I should have. I forgot to do this, and I've already, done the whole dance with it. I'm going with what I can. And just, calling it good. We will have a stream, however, either that day, the 2nd, which is Thursday, or we'll have it on Friday, which is the 3rd. Then there's going to be a bit of a break. As I have other responsibilities that I desperately need to attend to. That's why me getting sick right now is like a complete and total no bueno. Like, it can't happen. So if it does, I'm in some deep trouble. Hi, Rachel. Yes, if you have a request for that $5, do let me know what it is. Yeah, I'm still doing requests. Did I record everything yet? Yep. Everything is done. The only thing that is needed to do is... oh no, there's nothing to do. Everything's even been posted. No, there's a couple that haven't been posted yet. Never mind. I think there's 4 that still need posted. Aside from that, everything's done. I had everything recorded by the 23rd. So this past Monday, I turned off my... No, I think it was like even Sunday. I forget what day it was now. Oh my. I remember that I even posted on Facebook. I said I turned off my camera for the last time. And then it was just down to editing. It was just down to editing and rendering and posting. Sabotage's Hall of the Mountain King says, Rachel Sonata. Thank you very much. I will get that going presently for all of you. Can I recommend some bands? As much as I would like to do that, I think that the AOTY list, the Album of the Year list tomorrow, is going to do a much better job than I can. Simply because, all depending on who you know and what you're aware of, that could be 50 bands that you should listen to. That would be 50 bands that you could listen to. Favorite 6 Feet Under album? When It Ends. Now you have to go all the way back to one of their originals. Okay, I really feel Waterblanky just did that just to watch me stumble and fall all over this. Because you know I'm not good at this on a good day. Whenever I am feeling desperately ill, that's wow. We have the Jugend van Tegenwoordig with Vorjeka Jekendorlopen. I destroyed that. that was just mean. But I'll make sure to get that in for you, considering that is an actual song request. I didn't see the dash for a second there, so I wasn't sure if that was just a song request or if you were just being mean to me. That was great. Well, I miss you guys. Of course I will. Of course I miss the fans. You guys are the whole reason why I stuck around for 11 years. If this thing was like, you know, this thing was only netting like 200 subs or something like that, I'd have quit back in 2012. Destroy that in spades? I would have it no other way. I would have it no other way. If I didn't murder that, it wouldn't be a CKN stream. Will we have streams after the farewell tour? Yes. Yes, we will. They will be infrequent. There won't be really a schedule to them, but I will pop on. This feels like the flu is trying to take me over, and I am doing everything in my power to not allow that to happen. If I'm planning on, after the stream, laying down for a little bit. If I wake up and feel worse than I do right now, then I know that I have to probably go get myself checked out. Right now, I don't think it's really bad enough where that's necessary. You know, this is something, because like the last time I was feeling like really queasy and stuff, I had food poisoning. It was earlier this month. And I had this feeling it was just going to be a 24-hour thing. You know what I mean? So... Vicks is the London medicine. What if I edit your future streams? I don't know why you'd want to. They're pretty crappy. But I appreciate the offer. Yeah, I feel like this is sort of what... it's kind of what this generation's flu is all about. By this generation, I mean like the 2019 one, where either you get it full force head on and you're just destroyed by it, or you get it in short little spurts. You know, because like even whenever I was feeling well these past couple of weeks, I wasn't totally, you know, bam, you know. I wasn't feeling like I was totally on top of it, so. It's a new outside record in the premiere for my album of the year. It is in the premiere. So, I guess, spoiler alert, it's on the list. Spoiler alert, that's on the list. What position is it in? Who knows? We will know, or you will know tomorrow. I've had 250 from Waterborne. Sabotage. Beautiful stuff. Yep, that's a sound effect. Mark, I'm not really too sure. The way my schedule is going to work is that I'll have Wednesdays off and I will be trying to leave earlier on Saturdays. So I'm going to need at least one of those days just to sort of like rest my brain and just sort of, you know, catch up with things around the place. But it'd be kind of nice to have at least one stream a week. But I say it's infrequent because I can guarantee nothing. I can guarantee absolutely nothing. But I am hopeful that we will stream maybe once a week. That'd be great. That was In the Hall of the Mountain King by Sabotage. I'm hearing something going on outside, which is kind of bugging me. If you're wondering what song's about to be playing, and I'm sure that you probably will be, I'm just going to let this copy-paste in chat do the job for you. That's what it is. That's what it is. What just happened there? How's it going? Last day breathing in the eternal snow? What a long name. I like it. I am kind of ill. It kind of sucks. What in the world is happening? Oh, people are watching television. Hey, that guy's being a dick. What is happening? Well, enjoy this. These guys put everything in the kitchen sink into their humor. I could tell a little bit from just watching the beginning of that video. Like that guy robs the kids of their cartoon experience because he wants to watch this actual artist perform. Should Motley Crue it? Oh god. Oh, yeah! Actually, that sounded better than Vince Neil. I don't know if I can actually purposely suck that bad. Anytime I ever did like karaoke or was like doing any sort of vocal performance, even if it's just in the car, I always tried. And if I was ill, you know, it just meant, oh well, my throat's gonna be worse for another day. Oh my god. Yes. What about, wait, what retirement? I am retiring from making videos on YouTube. Channel's ending. Lucas, everything has already been... and then 2 months later come back, oh god. No. I have not used my camera now in almost a week, and I have gotten to the point where until I remember just now, I forgot that I had one. I forgot that I had one. Now everything's already been recorded, everything's already been edited, just about everything's already been posted, so it's just a matter of time. this is the last week for videos. Now we will be streaming intermittently after the farewell is done. As far as making videos for the YouTube platform, it's over. It's done. Currently, the number of videos we have left, 7, I believe. Oh yeah, there's one tonight too, so that might be 8. 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow, 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday. I lost my math. Yeah, it's like 8. All of the videos will remain on the channel. All of the videos that are up there now will remain up there. I plan on taking none of them down. So that all will continue to be there for you to scope out whenever you wish. Yeah, Mosa Kaiser, I've seen that. That's been making its rounds on Facebook and such.
Ja, als je dan ook nog hoort dat ze snorren op Kim de Jan tekenen.
Oh boy. What videos are they, or do you keep it a secret? I do not. I did mention it a little bit earlier.
Ja.
We have a Rank 'em All Rush coming tonight. Album of the Year's tomorrow. The worst videos, the worst 10 albums of the decade, and the worst heavy metal jerks of all time is on Monday. Tuesday is the album of the decade duology of videos. So the first one's going to handle all the number 1 is the album of the years, ranking them against one another. The second's going to be the top 25 albums that didn't hit number 1 of the decade. New Year's Day is going to be top 25 or my top 50 albums of all time, and then day after New Year's is going to be a farewell video. So last day that there will be a new video on this channel that isn't like a stream replay, you know, and those will probably be going away too. Is Thursday. We have $5 from Rachel Sonata with Bathory and the Return of the Darkness and Evil. I was listening to Erub Aldor last night do a couple of really good Bathory covers on off of one of their albums. Of course, it kind of just made me want to listen to Bathory, but you know what I mean. Oh, God, I'm dying. Oh. You know what, since you gave me $5, I'm going to go ahead and toss in, oh wait, whatever. This is from Scandinavian Metal Attack. Unless you prefer the version from The Return. But thank you very much, Rachel. Gotta toss that $5 on the pile here. During the last stream, or 2 streams ago, we made it to the free request roulette, which we will do. We will make sure to get that stuff on and that stuff going. And then during one of the random streams, we'll do all that. Hey Dale, how you doing? Thank you very much. Hey, we're not dead yet. We're pretty close, but we're not. This is the equivalent of just getting knocked out, and you're kind of like laying on the mat. You're thinking about whether or not you want to get up. Free request roulettes, that will probably all get picked sometime either this week or in a following stream. I'm hoping to do that this week, but I do know that whenever we do the stream, that is the official farewell to the channel, that is, and it's going to be a very different crowd. That's going to be a very different crowd. So, we will see. Amen to that, Rach. Thank you very much. CKN Club for life. Because we are just too sweet. We always have been. We'll always continue to be. I tell you, I'm trying my best to keep it going here for Mr. Toady. I know he has to go to the store. We are currently listening to Bathory, The Return of Darkness and Evil. He's a Bathory boy. NWO for life. What a traitor. Go to where the big boys play. NWO is awesome. Such a cool angle back in the day. Oh, Wrestle Kingdom is going to be very, very good. I'm looking forward to this coming weekend. That'll be a lot of fun. What the hell is all this? What's happening? Who are you? People are following me everywhere. On Twitter and stuff. I forgot I had Twitter. Thanks for the follow, Mikey, Motorcycle. Ride your bikey in my lifey. Say hello to your wifey if you have one. Oh. Yeah, what a great feeling this is. Yes, we are very, very close. We have just about a week left. Number one guilty pleasure song. I don't know. I feel like it's something that also like intermittently changes, and they're not really guilty pleasures. You know, I'm happy as hell with all of them. I'm happy as hell with all of them. Yeah, this is a pretty big chat day. Probably wanting to know what we had left and what's going on and all that stuff. Michael McGill with the 350. He wants to hear some mayhem. He wants to hear Death Crush. You can definitely rock and roll with that. I'm going to go for as long as I'm able. Like I said, I'm waiting on Evil Toad. He asked me specifically about today's stream, so I don't know what that means. Hopefully he makes it before I die. Because I tell you, I am, the minute that I leave this stream, my head's hitting a pillow and I'm probably not going to wake up for about 3 hours. I can already foretell that. And this is all just from this season. This is the season where there's a better chance that I will get sick. And if it's the flu, again, major surprise. Because I had it 2 years ago. Didn't have it last year, so I guess if anything, I'm due. I just wish that I was due, next year. And not as folks were about to come in. And, there was stuff to do and fun to have. That's about the usual. That's how it usually happens. Oh. Here's Death Crush from Mayhem. Gotta make sure to add that 350. I need about 350. Goddamn long this monster. You got the flu right now? Oh dear. Yeah, I got a shot too. That's the thing. Yeah, I too have gained a flu shot and now have gained my very own potential flu. Hopefully the shot will cause this to be far less painful and far less. See, I remember a time back in the day, like way back whenever I was a kid. like, if you got the flu, you got the flu. It wasn't like something that happened during flu season, or if it did happen during flu season, it was just like whatever, it happened. And those flus were, they sucked, but they weren't awful. Like, the first time I had like a real bad, awful flu, I was either a junior or senior in high school, and I was so sick, I had to go to the hospital to get fluids. Like, they had to actually hook me up to an IV because it was that bad. Heard of alien weaponry? I have, yeah. Not bad. Not bad stuff. Does the body rule the brain, or does the brain rule the body? I wish that the brain ruled the body, truly. Because then I would just tell the brain to tell the body, hey, we good, we fine, everything A-okay. And the body would just be like, yeah, that's true. But, no, there's these things called germs. They kind of really suck. And they definitely destroy that theory quite a bit. Oh, we're talking way OG black metal. We're talking some of the progenitors. Some of the progenitors. They were involved with the fucking that happened to create that junk. Somewhat. Best heel promos of all time. Dr. Scholl's on my right foot. Made me cry. It was great. Now I know what you're talking about. If you want an expert heel promo, look at Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Hey Toad, what's going on, brother? Mr. Toad is here. Oh, I'm sure somebody is releasing this today. It's just probably on Bandcamp. It's not getting the attention that, this got back in the day. Well, Death Crush to complete its closing 10 seconds. And then we're going to do a full rundown now that our buddy is here. So, we are in the last week of the farewell tour, which means that the channel will be coming to an end later on this week. We actually have less than a week left, fewer than 7 days. I wanted to give you guys the rundown of the last 8 videos that are going to be going up on the channel over the course of the next 5 or so days. What's that? You hear evil plan? Considering I have no idea what evil plan means, eek. It's whatever. I know what you're saying. I think, maybe. I actually don't, I have no clue, because it's an evil plan, it's your evil plan. It just means we won't be able to use any of it toward those spiffy incentives. Is there an echo? Or is that just me being sick? Excuse me. So, tonight we will, we'll have Rank 'em All Rush. It's going to be the last Rank 'em All ever, period. That's the finale. Tomorrow is Album of the Year. So tomorrow the Album of the Year is going to be dropped. So all of these many months of not discussing it or not spilling any little secrets or drops or whatever will finally be answered. What I think caused me to get sick, I don't know. The fact that I have to sometimes commingle with the public and the people around here don't know what soap is, probably. Leprosy and Blessed Are the Sick are albums I've listened to so many times this year alone, which is hysterical because considering I'm ill. Monday, this coming Monday, we have 2 videos. They're both worst lists. We have the top 10 worst albums of the decade. And we have the top 10 biggest rock and metal jerks of all time, a video that has already been demonetized. So, yippee-ki-yay. Huh. Yes, they blessed me as with the sick, and yeah. Tuesday, we are going to do something that is retrospective for the decade also, but it's going to be positive. It's going to be the top 10, I guess you could say it, albums of the decade. It's basically just the number ones throughout the whole entirety of the decade. So there's 11 of them, in fact, and we're going to rank them against one another and see which one comes out on top. And then, in the nightcap, we will have the top 25 albums that did not get Album of the Year of the decade. So, anything that was like from number 2 all the way down to number 50 is potentially eligible to be on that list. God damn it. See you later, last day. New Year's Day, we will have a special treat. It will not be what you're about to see, which is gross. Pardon me. Felt that coming. That'll be the date of my top 50 personal albums of all time. So that'll be my list of my top 50 favorite albums of all time. It's an update to the top 25 that I gave back in 2012 or 2013. I forget which year it was. It'll be expanded to 50 and will include albums all the way up until 2014 because I have a 5-year eligibility requirement. How am I going to rank them? Well, the best way to do that is to probably have those two be really, really close together, right? That doesn't really matter. With that video, it's literally just putting them in a bubble against one another and making an order for it, making a list for it. This is not the end of streaming, not yet. Will I actually be breaking the tie for that year? It could happen. Or it could not happen. There are ways that both could be true. Thank you, Erterderwert. Yeah, there are ways it can be done. The video will explain that. I had already thought about that. Jabril with Kind van de Duvel. Or Duivel. Kind van de Duivel. Aye. And then on Thursday we will have our last video, which will be a farewell video. So in case you definitely missed out whenever I said before, depending on health, I will be potentially streaming tomorrow with Ohio coming to me, which is great. Hopefully I will be in much better shape tomorrow in order for us to do that. If not, then the next stream probably won't be until after the farewell video drops. Now, will we keep the incentives and stuff live beyond whenever the channel actually ends is a pretty big question. And it's a very suave one. Yes, it has been requested before, Yait. What is that? It's this. I'm going to post it in chat. There you go. Alex is wondering why the channel's ending. I did a retirement announcement video back in August that gets into it a lot more deeply. But burnouts, YouTube becoming absolutely horrific platform for its creators. I hate making videos, if I'm being perfectly honest. I kind of really just hate making videos. I enjoy streaming a whole heck of a lot more. It's time just to see what the next chapter of life is, man. I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been doing it for a long time. As I famously stated, I reached for that thing that keeps me going, and it kept me going actually these last 2 years, because this channel could have been over as early as 2017. Like, that was the first time I was really having some big time retirement thoughts. But at any rate, I reached down for that thing that keeps you going, that drive, that desire, that love. I reached for that this year and I couldn't find it. It's gone. It is gone. But you know, that just told me the time had come. It was right to do. But it's been a heck of a ride, man. 11 years is a long time. It's a big ride. We've done a lot of good. We've done a lot of good. We've done a lot of things that have ticked people off. You know, we've done some stuff that just people misunderstood. You know, nobody ever truly, I think, understood the 5 Reasons People Hate series. I don't think they understand the word people. Because, oh man, did they take things super seriously on that. All the old videos will continue to be on the channel. So if any of those ever disappear, that is not my fault, that is YouTube's fault. So if any of them ever magically go away, you know who to blame, not me. Because I will not be touching that stuff. Because I want that stuff to continue to be available for you guys to watch at your leisure. And of course, you know, I'm still going to be streaming every once in a while after all is said and done. Simply because it's what I do like to do. Will it continue to be on this platform? It's a really good question. I think the initial couple will be, just because of you know, convenience. But eventually I want to get off of YouTube completely, which includes streams. So, there's all that. I really like the self-titled Alex. Now, one more from Waterblunk. We have Ancora with Catherine Varen, and I think after that I may actually be getting going. My ass, I think, is going to be going to a pillow that I can utilize for sleep purposes, because oh boy, I'm in need. If you're wondering what we're listening to, I will do it once again. I will toss that into chat. We have Ancora with Catherine Varen. Cheers to everybody. Like I said, hopefully we'll have a stream tomorrow. We will hopefully have a stream tomorrow. I would like for this to be very similar to whenever I had food poisoning, where I felt like ass for 24 hours and then felt like a human being whenever it got to 48 hours. That would be awesome. Hi, Christian. So I will be hopefully coming back tomorrow. If not, then that's the first one I saw. You want me to go back and go and see if I can find a Studio One Blonky? I can do that. This is just really funny to see that. This is actually pretty cool. I like this. Yeah, the funny thing is that, like, with me, it doesn't really annoy me much. What new trends I expect in the 2020s? Expect more hybridization. Expect more bands to come out that have like 5 or 6 different stylings among themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if this year you saw there's been so much black metal exploration with like black gaze and progressive black metal and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you started to see a little bit of a revival of just old school first/second wave black metal. I would expect death metal to have a pretty big decade. Another poisoning? Nah. This is just people flu. Goddamn shit. Death gaze could be a thing. That could further. I don't know. I think it's more interesting to just see what really gets talked about a good bit. Because by the end of this decade, by the end of the 2020s, we're going to be talking about a brand new generation of metal fans. So very curious. Within the same curiosity of those that were deep into like metalcore and deathcore during the first part of the 2010s, that is something that did not end that same way. Draconian with Death Come Near Me from Christian Moore. We will have on the final song that does appear. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Brother, sister, mother, father. Brother, sister, mother, father. I'm not even at the right place that I was expecting to be. Wow, okay. Mark is a little bit fucked up right now. To the point where he called himself by his real name that everybody knows anyway. We have Death Come Near Me by Draconian coming up to finish us off for the after evening.
Now on digital.
No, I don't care about this movie, whatever the fuck it is. What is this, Jumanji? No, Zombieland 75, whatever, who cares, fuck you. I don't care at all. Here's Draconian with Death Come Near Me. I don't see anything wrong with Billy. The thing is that Billy is just the most recent artist that has gotten sort of this shine where everybody thinks that Billy is going to be like on top of the world forever. But that isn't going to happen. We've seen, even just throughout this decade, sort of how, I don't want to say wishy-washy people are, but how quickly they abandon those folks that they are so attached to. And the perfect example of that is Lord. I'm sorry to say it. The perfect example. Like, it's almost picture perfect. Lord came out, and it was, it wasn't like it was a big grand innovation to pop, what she was doing. But it spoke to a lot of people, and Pure Heroine did huge numbers. It did huge numbers, and, her follow-up did alright, but it just was not You know, whenever you have that big breakout moment that early in your career, there's a really good chance that you could end up being known solely for that stuff, and everything that comes after it is never going to match. Like, it's never going to match up. Or that's just going to be your level of fame, and by the time your follow-ups drop, there won't be nearly as much fanfare. You know? So what you almost want with a career like that is to gradually build. You know, you're always going to be relevant, but have some folks that are around you. Because does Billie really have contemporaries within that scene is the thing. Like, does she really, truthfully, have contemporaries? Or is she doing something that's so unique that it's pretty much restricted to just her? You know? Who's Justin Bieber? That's some new guy. There's some new guys coming out. Sounds Canadian. I'm getting a Hall stock drop. Maybe this is what a beaver. This is a beaver in America. Something that you have to take because your throat's annoying you. Oh, Draconian is a fantastic band. A fantastic band that is oftentimes slept on. They're a terrific group. You think Jonas Brothers are going to die off again? It was really just meant to be like a little comeback tour, wasn't it? Since they were all getting solo success. Their solo careers are going alright now. Never noticed. No, Ozzy didn't know. Are you talking about that commercial? That commercial was great. I love it. Oh, Vehemence is fantastic. Both of them, should I say. Both Vehemences. No. Oh, what's a Biba? Looks gay. That actually, whenever that aired, they had to get that changed because of that line. So they had to change it from "he looks gay" to "I like his hair." There's your little trivia for the night. Well, which Vehemence did you scope out, Roland? Did you check out Paula's Song Verse from this year or the death metal band from the 2000s? Oh yeah, that's right. It was "Looks Like a Girl." I think you're right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if Lorde doesn't have many contemporaries, it's what's going to be something that could pose a big time problem for her. Because Lorde didn't have any contemporaries whenever she was doing her thing. You know, nobody sounded like Lorde. And as a result of that, whenever her time was up, then that was it. And I fear that the same thing could happen to Billie. Though, the one thing that might save Billie is that we're in a singles culture now. You know, they're really it's a big time singles culture. So as long as she keeps releasing singles that, you know, 20-somethings can post on their Instagram wall and stuff like that, she'll be fine. Adele or Winehouse? I'd probably go with Adele by a nose. Winehouse is pretty awesome. I think it was the worst album of 2019. Out of names that people know, and it's not even that bad. Probably "I the Mask" by In Flames. I didn't listen to a lot of crappy albums this year, and that one really isn't crappy. It just was the one that, out of the named artists, was the lowest. I really didn't listen to crap, like much crap at all. Oh yeah, well, albums have seen a resurgence of popularity. Not in the pop. Well, yeah, in the pop scene, it's the pop scene is a little bit different, at least in America. Where if you go, if you look at any now, album, there's a good chance you're going to find a bunch of folks that are going to be popular for that song alone, and that's it. Do a top 10 modern pop stars list? No, I couldn't. I don't think I could tell you 10 modern pop stars. I don't think I could. And even if I was able to name off 10, I wouldn't be able to talk about them at all. Like who's that girl that's getting like all that Facebook heat because people are complaining about her wearing a one piece or whatever? Is that Lizzo or something? Who's the one artist that if you have like 400 girls as Instagram friends, 399 have quoted her music? Who the hell is that? Someone help a sick asshole out. Well, she has better opportunity because this is her first run. Jonas Brothers already had their run. You're actually Sound of Ominous. You're actually listening to it. Arcane Rain Fell. I love this disc. Is that who that artist is? Is that Lizzo? Someone please help me out. Help a brother out. I don't know. Honestly, whenever I see what, if I'm looking on Spotify, and you all have those friends, maybe they were friends of yours whenever y'all were in high school together or something like that, or college, or there's people home in town, you meet at a party and then all of a sudden they add you or whatever. I have all that on the right hand side of my Spotify, so I see what the hell they're listening to. And I don't know what half of this crap is. Like I see names that I'm wondering if they're artists who like insurance salesmen. What do I think of Plenty? Plenty just appeared on a list of mine. One of the top 10 instrumental rock/metal albums. So I'm very positive toward Plenty. Very, very positive toward Plenty. Remember Friday? Yeah, if only we knew it was going to get worse. Somehow, some way, it was going to get worse than Friday. Man, listen to that song. You could tell that she is just untrained. But I think of Lizzo, I don't know. All I know is that her lyrics are apparently every freaking girl's using them. Or there was like a line that just took a DNA test and I'm 100% that bitch. And I was just like, wow. Well, I know what everybody's going to be memeing for the rest of the summer. Sure enough, what'd they do? Mark, this is Draconian. Were some albums that I didn't like that a lot of people seem to love. Like I said, there's not a lot of stuff that I outright hated. But I know that people always feel like I'm way too harsh on like Lacuna Coil and In Flames. Those would be two that I would say. I know there will be some folks that will be disappointed at Swan's place on the album of the year list, because I know some folks that were just absurdly in love with Leaving Meaning. I wasn't quite to the same level. Yeah, Toad has that one nailed too. The names that have not made the list for this year. That'll be where all of the shade lies. Hi, Ghost Fixter. I am pretty fucked right now, man. I'm pretty fucked up. So I'm probably going to be leaving here shortly. That might be her. Florian? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know anything about Lizzo's music. I just know that line. And that's actually from... The only way I know about that line is because of Adosa Buckley. Because he did his... I have a feeling Buckley's leaving YouTube too. And I think both Buckley and I are leaving it right around the same time. Unplanned, mind you. Because he just did his last, worst song of the year video, and I don't think he's coming back. I really don't think he's coming back. Oh yeah, I forgot about Leprous. Yeah, I knew Leprous album was a big stinker. If you ever tried TrueTube? I have no idea what that is. Oh, he kind of left already. He just returned to give the people what they want. Who's my favorite YouTube music critic? Me. And Buckley. I respect Anthony. I respect him. He was up. But me. I trust myself. I don't know. I like the guys that just had fun with it. I like the folks that have fun with it. Those that take things like way too seriously or want to start drama and stuff, I don't care about it. I don't care about that side. I don't care about that aspect. It's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah, but see, my respect for Anthony goes back to whenever we first got started. Because we both came about around the same time. I think he has me beat by a month or so. But ladies and gents, for those of you who did not hear, we are down to our final week. We have 8 videos that will remain, that will be coming to you over the course of the next 5 days. Our next stream could possibly be tomorrow. If you don't get a recommendation, then you know that I have probably died from the flu. And, well, at least the videos will be posted. So if that does not happen tomorrow, then you can expect to see me again, probably Thursday after the farewell video posts. We'll probably have a stream then. If we don't do it on Thursday, it'll be on Friday. So thank you very much for everybody who stopped out. I apologize that this was pretty short, but again, I'm going to be laying my head on a pillow and probably sleeping for about 3 hours. So I will check you guys hopefully tomorrow, knock on wood. I'm going to do it right now. And guys all have a good night. Take care.